Blue Benjamin, not that I got off a BB. They paid me a 20 and sold them a 13. Remember when both of my pockets were hurting? Now my Z is ballin'.
Hi beauties, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Kiki, aka Queen Dreads. Thank you for joining me for another video. Today's video, I want to start a little series per se. I want to call it Versus or Face Off. Today's the first installment. So today is $10 and under face versus everything else face. So on this side of my face, all items are going to be things I got at Walmart or can get from Walmart that were all $10 and below. And on this side, it'll be all the other items that I've purchased, gotten in boxycharms that are all valued over $10. And then what I'm going to do is apply them to my face. And then at the end, let's have a vote. What side looks better to you guys? Let me know. Stick around. Here it comes. So on this side, which is the $10 and above side, I've applied the Fenty primer. And on this side, which is the less side, $10 and below, I am going to apply the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and it is $6. And the Fenty primer is $22. So I'm just going to apply this on the other half of my face and buff that in with my fingertips. So now that I got both sides primed, the next step is going to be foundation. On this side, I'm going to be using the Fit Me Dewy and Smooth Foundation. And on this side, I'm going to be using the Fenty Hydrating Foundation. This one is about $6 at Walmart. This one is about $32 at Sephora. Hold on, let's see what it looks like. Okay, so you see I'm blending this side out. This is the Fit Me side. And what do you think? Remember, this side was the Fenty side. And this side is the Fit Me side. So they're both giving me a good dewy luminous. And I did apply it with a damp sponge, so it's not giving me full coverage. It's like my skin, but better. And here's the thing. If I wanted to build this up on either side, I could. But I'm going for a light look today. I don't want to bead my face. And so that looks good. So once we got our foundations on, the next step is going to be to apply our under eye contour. We'll highlight. And for that battle, we are going to go with the Fit Me Concealer and the Bowing from Benefit. So, what you do, same thing you always do. I want to stick it a little bit there. I almost did the other side, y'all. Have it. You saw that? And I always do a little bit over here because I want to highlight that side. You want to do half your chin and half your forehead. And just a little bit down my nose because I got to put some from the other side. And on this side, I'm going to be using the Bowing Cakeless Concealer. This one's about $6. This one's about 20-something dollars. I wrote down all this information. I'm just not being good at this right now, right? So my the Bowing concealer is $22. The Cakeless Concealer. And you want to do the same thing on the other side. Don't forget the other half of your chin down here. And a little boop on your nose. I didn't put none on the other side, see? Slipping up, Kinana. And typically I let this sit a little bit while I do something else. So while that is setting, remember we have the Fit Me on this side and we have the bowing on this side. Now while that's it, the next thing I like to do is add my contour, which is the dark shadows. And for this side, I'm using a Fit Me foundation stick. And this is at Walmart as well. All of the items I'm using on this side of the face, you can get at Walmart. And this was like $9 for the foundation stick. And this one is in the shade 355. So what I do is I take it and I kind of make a U. And I almost did it on the other side. And on this side, I am going to use the Fenty Skin Sticks in the shade Truffle. Same thing. This one is a little bit darker of a contour, so don't be alarmed, you guys. I'm going to use the same U. See, this one's a little bit more subtle, and that one's a little bit more darker. Okay. Oh, I almost forgot. And I also need to hit a little bit around my temple. And a little bit down the side right here. Not too much because this one is dark. And the same thing with the other one for the other side. You got to hit the other round of your temples. And down the side. Okay, so now what I do is while I let this dry, my highlight dry a little bit, I take the sponge and I blend out these dark areas, or you use a brush. And I've been using a brush here lately. I've been loving my brushes for everything. Everything. When I can find them. Lord help me. When you got so many brushes and you lose stuff. Okay. So, I've been using this brush. So, I'm going to blend out the darker side first. And you want to blend this kind of going up. You don't want to take it down because it'll make your face look long. Hit the ones around your temple. Just want to kind of buff it. Buff it in a little bit. Okay. And because I did use the darker side over here, I'm going to use this side with a sponge. Make sure you blend it all the way on out. Get that contour around your forehead done. And remember to go up when you go into your cheek contour. And I'm going to show you the difference between contours. So this one is the lighter one. It's more, what's the word? It's more demure. It's not as pronounced. But this side, bam, you see it. You can always lighten this up with powders if you need to. So now that we got that dry, I'm going to blend out this concealer. And I have two brushes. One brush that I will use for the Fit Me side, which is this brush, which I love. This is a flat brush from, I believe these are a Wet n Wild brush. Anyway, I'm going to use that to blend out this side. And for the other side, I'm going to use my Morphe concealer brush. It's the mini buffer brush. I love it. I use that for my concealer. Okay, so I'm going to blend out this side because it should have dried down just a touch now. Yeah, see it? See how that's blending out right nice? And then you want to make sure you get the chin. And I like to take what's ever left on the brush just a little bit and go around his mouth. Okay, now, this under eye. So, do the same thing. And then I'm going to take the other brush, and I might have to come back and hit this with a sponge or something, because that's a little, you see. That's better. So now I'm going to take this side and blend out this side with the other brush. You take that, I go between the brush and the sponge so I can get the good finish that I want. Okay, so now I'm going to get this side, keep my hair out the way. And I'm going to take this brush and hit the same thing I did over here, but over here. And just blend it on out. And then you take the sponge, tap, tap, tap it out. Hit the little Megan Thee Stallion and tap, tap, tap it out. Make sure you get that corner out. And I like to bring it up on my eyelid too, because I'm not going to do too serious of a look, because I don't really have drugstore eyeshadows, but I do have some eye looks we can use. So now that we got both sides, now what side do you think looks better? Does the $10 and above side look better? Oh, let me get my nose. Or does the $10 and under side look better? Okay, so before that creases, I'm going to get my powder. So for the $10 and under side, I'm going to set that with the Fit Me Matte and Poreless in a lighter shade for my under eye. And I just take a brush and I tap, tap, tap that on in so my under eye does not crease, because who wants creasy under eyes? And truth be told, I use this on everything that I highlight, no matter what kind of product I use. I use this always. I always set my high points with this Fit Me pressed powder. And I always take my brush and tap it in. And another thing is, once I'm finished tapping it in, I will take the sponge that's in here and press it in some more with the setting spray. So I do have separate setting sprays. I will show you which ones for each side, but I typically, it's harder to get each side for each side, so I'll show you which one I use. So here's the sponge that's in the powder I was telling you about. I will once again take that and just press it directly up under my eye to make sure I got that with a little bit more powder on, just to make sure that's set, because I can't have them looking crazy. And hit that forehead one more time and that chin. And then I set the rest of my face with another Fit Me that matches my skin tone. And this is in my shade 330. And I just take an all over face brush and dust that in here and hit the rest of my face with it. And that just sets the rest of my face. But I still have to do my powder contour, you guys. And my blush and my highlight. And my chin is a little extra. And then I take and dust the extra off with this brush. Okay, so now that I've done that, what I'm going to do now is take a powder contour. So on this side, I will use the True Complexion Contour Palette. It's Black Radiance. And it's $9. And it has 3 shades in it. And it also has a highlighter in it, but I don't use it. So what I do is I take the brush once I can find it, I take my contour brush and I just tap wherever I had put that dark contour at. I just tap a little bit to reinforce that, just a little bit. And that's just on this side of the face, remember, because I use something else on the when I'm spending more than $10 on my face per item. And I do make that face, y'all. I do. Okay, so for the other side of my face, I am going to be using the Fenty Sunstalker Bronzer in the shade Banjan Girl. And I do the same thing. Just tap that in. And anywhere I put that dark contour color, I just tap this on top of it to reinforce it and set it. And so usually what I do is, now that I got myself contour and bronzed up, I got the color back to my skin, I like to try to contour this little nose a little bit. So I do take the Banjan Girl 2, and I have the contour brush. It's angled, and I dip that in, and I go from my brow bone, and I'm gonna use the same thing because the colors ain't gonna match, and it's gonna make my contour look crazy. Well, yeah, I'm gonna do it separate. Okay. So I take the Banjan Girl down my nose just a little bit to add a little shadow right there for a little contour. Nothing major. Just a little bit. And do the same thing with the comparable shade in this palette. But I do it on the other side. And you just putting a little shadow. And no matter what highlight I use, I always take the sponge and blot it down a little bit so it's not so obvious. And I always take a little bit of the highlighter shade and go down the bridge of my nose to highlight where I just did all that good contouring. And just a little boop on the tip. And this is the highlighter I'm using that was in here. That was in this Black Radiance palette. Okay. So now that we've contoured, ooh, that nose is blinking a little too hard. Now that we've contoured, I'm going to use some blush. Okay, so typically I use a Juvia's Place blush or something of that nature. I only have a blush from e.l.f. and I don't think it's going to show up on me. It's a blush / highlighter from e.l.f. Let's see. And these are $4. It's like a blush and a highlight in one. So it's going to give me shiny vibes. So let me see what we got going on. So let me tap it. Let me tap, tap, tap on it. And that's on this side. So I don't think it's giving me any color per se. I think it's more so giving me it's going to give me a cast on my skin. You see it? I can see the glow, but I don't see any blush or color. I don't think it gave me any color. It gave me a little highlight, though. You see that? I'm beaming a little bit. So I guess we can keep it comparable on this side. I have a blusher that gives me a little glow that goes on this side. It's a Laura Geller blusher, and it's a baked blush and brightener. And it's a little glowy, and it gives me highlighty vibes. So I'm going to put that in on this side because it's kind of the same thing. It gives me kind of the same glowy vibes. Yeah, you see that? It's not too much color, but it's giving you that glow. See, this side just got me a little glow. This one gave me a little color and glow. This one did not give me as much glow, Elf. I wanted to trust you, Elf. I love your poreless primer. This one did not give me the glow. Did not give me any color. And I'm really rubbing in this hard trying to get some color, you guys. We know who will be playing with this, the Princess Dreads. Okay, so it gave me a little bit. All right, so now we got our blusher down. Let's go for an eye. So for an eye, I'm on the $10 or below side. I do have some liquid options. This is the e.l.f. liquid liner, a liquid eyeshadow. These are also Revlon Duo. One side is a metallic, one side is a glitter. So I think on this side, we're going to go for this one, which is a metallic-y color. And the thing about this is so quick and easy, you don't have to do a lot of work. So I like to take and rub it off because it be having a lot on it sometimes. And I mix it around in there, and then I rub the excess off. And then I like to take and just place it right on my lid. Just rub it across there right quick. And I like to take my finger and kind of tap it out so you don't have a harsh line. You see that? And while that's drying, because you want it to dry, while that's drying a little bit, tap it a little bit more. On the other side, I have a Huda that's kind of comparable. This is the Huda Melted Metals, and it's kind of the same thing. It has a matte side and it has a metallic-y side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the matte side down and let it dry. Okay, see? I'm going to do the same thing, the same gig. Draw it in. Oh, this looks like a good eyeshadow base color. Don't do it, Huda. So I'm going to take my ring finger and just kind of tap that in. And I really want to tap this one in because it's kind of light. You want to really get it because you see that? I'm take a little sponge and fix that because that one kind of, there we go. Okay, so now this one has kind of dried down. And while I'm waiting on this one to dry down a little bit, I'm going to take the glitter from the $10 and under side, shake it up a little bit. And once again, this was a Revlon Photo Ready Eye Art Duo. And so like I said, we use the metallic side, and then we're going to take the glitter that comes in here and place a little bit of that down. And it comes like a little brush. And so you can kind of just like glitter it down. Just brush your glitter on. You see that? Okay, now I got my glitter down. I'm going to do the same thing on this side with the Huda. This one had a little glittery metallic-y side to it too. See it? Same thing. It's like a little brush. And we're going to try to do the same thing. We're going to paint. Oh, yeah. That's so pretty. Oh, yes, Huda, do me. Do y'all see that? And I did just get this Huda in my boxycharm this month. Well, last month for September. but yes, I love that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is both of these are looking a little unfinished, so I'm gonna take the Revlon art on both sides, and I have a black glitter on this one, and I'm just gonna add a little black glitter to the corner over here and a little black glitter to the corner over here, just to give me a little dimension. Or maybe I should have just used, or maybe I should have just used the eyeshadow. I don't know. Gotta fix that one, y'all, because that one looking crazy. And I think I messed up a little bit. But I'll take a brush, clean brush, and fix that in a minute. Because you can wipe that off with the clean brush. Wipe that off with a clean brush. Ow. Yay. Okay, so that's the eye. And while my eye is drying, I'm going to take a little brow pencil. On this side, I'm going to use the LA Girls Browy Wowie. And this is in, I can't see what shade this is, y'all. I'm blind. But I'm just going to fill in my brows. I don't really do much to my brows. They kind of grow like this, thankfully. I just kind of clean them up a little bit. And just fill them in a little bit. And on this side, I'm going to be using a brow pencil I got in a boxycharm. This is a mellow something brow pencil. And this was in a lighter shade. This thinks a taupe. This might be too light for me, but we going to see. Hopefully it doesn't read as gray, which I think it is over here mixing with my foundation. But that's okay, because we're going to fix it up with this spoolie right here. And I'm going to fix this one. Okay. Okay, so now that we got eyes on, mascara. I'm putting up stuff, y'all, while we're talking, because I had stuff everywhere. And so, now we're going to talk mascara. Mascaras, I have a few. The one that I love the most right now that I'm loving is this Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and I'm going to use that on the over $10 side. And this mascara, the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, is, excuse me, I got my notes. This Too Faced mascara is $26, but they do have it in the mini. Once again, I got this in the boxycharm. So I like to put that on. And I do have lashes, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm just getting cute to play with you guys. So we're going to rock with these natural lashes today. Look at that. And on the under $10 side, I have a LA Girls, a LA Colors mascara, big bold lash formula. Guess what, y'all? It was $1. I never tried it before. The one I usually use, they didn't have it in stock, which is the Maybelline Falsies. They didn't have it in stock, so I grabbed this one. It was inexpensive. So the next thing I'm gonna use is this big. Oh, I like the wand on this. Look, y'all. I don't sleep on them cheap mascaras because they be the lick sometimes. Oh yeah, I like the way that feels. Okay, oh, but it's strong. It has a strong smell to it, y'all. But come through dollar mascara. Look how it's coating that lash, y'all. Y'all see that? Let's see what it's gonna do for this bottom lash. Maybe if I get some more on the line, that will help, right? Don't turn the bad. Okay, it did a little something for that. Let me do the other side. I'm just testing the other side for bottom lash ability. Okay. Okay, so that was a mascara. And so the other thing I want to do is lips. So I do have 2 lips. Of course, 1, 2. But lip colors, we can go for a... I'm trying to see, I use red a lot. So let's go for the Sephora red lip on this side. This is like $4 pencil, but it's a lip crayon. I love it. So I'm going to use that on this side. And on the other side, we're going to use what I always use, which is the Fenty Lip Stunner Paint in Uncensored. And I mix them sometimes, but for the sake of this video, we're not going to mix them. This is $25 right now, the Lip Stunner Paints. With the Lip Stunner Paint, y'all have to be careful because it is precise. And if you let it get outside, away from you, it will tear up your makeup. See? Almost got me. Almost got me. And I have some other reds. I do have a universal red from Revlon that will go on this side too. And I do need to blot this so it's not everywhere. Okay, so now this side has the Sephora pencil on it, which is like a $4 pencil. This side has the Fenty red on it. The thing about it is, though, this Fenty will be on all day. Once I put it on, I can eat. I'm talking about fried chicken, greasy chicken, and it's going to be on till I take it off. And I usually have to take this off with, I use Vaseline Rose Lips to take off my lipsticks. That's how I get this off. A makeup wipe ain't gonna do it. Micellar water might do it, but you gotta rub a little bit. That's how I get this off. Okay, so now that we got our lip on, we can just do a full evaluation of the face. I do also want to add is I do have drugstore lashes that would have been comparable to use for this video, and I do want to show y'all them. So at my local Dollar General / Family Dollar, they do carry these LA Girls lashes. These are like 88 cents. They're bomb. They work. And this is in the style Diva. And then they also carry in our Dollar General, these are the Kiss 3D Mink lashes. These are like $4 in my Dollar General. And this is in the style Heiress. And these are in the style Countess. I use both of these. They like $4 each. And the best lash glue, y'all, I don't care what kind of lashes you're using. I use Duo Lash Glue. This one is clear. Well, it's white and then it turns to like a blue when you know it's ready to use. And then it's clear. But if I'm using some other lashes, I have a few lashes that I've gotten in boxycharm that I like. I like the Lily lashes, of course. And I also like the House of Lashes. And these are, of course, Baddington lashes. Now, if y'all saw in my last video, Glam Light Cosmetics has bomb lashes, and they like $12. Look at that. People want to call me. I'm busy. Anyway, Glam Light has those lashes I showed in the last video, and they're $12, and they're bomb. And you can use them about 10, 13 times. It just depends on if you clean that glue off or whatnot. So here is the final look. This is my face. I tried to do the products as comparable as I could. Some colors I didn't have matches for. So typically my blush would be more blushier than this, but I didn't have a under $10 option. I did have one, but I gave it to my best friend because it was bomb on her skin. Anyway, so this side typically would cost me about $320 worth of products. And this is the above $10. And this side would typically cost me about $100. About $110. And you can see the difference. So I want y'all to link down below, leave a comment, tell me what side do you prefer? The under $10 side or the above $10 side? And if you have any questions, tap in and let me know. I thank y'all for watching this video and coming back. Invite your friends. They might need to watch this too. Anyway, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back with another video soon. Thank you.
Blue Benjamin, that I got off a BB. They paid me a 20 and sold them a 13. Remember when both of my pockets were hurting? Now my Z is ballin', my nigga like worthy. BB's a BB. Remember when both of my pockets were hurting? BB's a BB.